Hello Flosstube friends, welcome to Cross by Floss. I am Lisa and today I have finishes, I have whips, I have haul, I have some giveaways, I have all kinds of stuff, blatherings that are going to happen throughout the video because that's what I do. And yeah, so welcome. If you are a new subscriber or viewer, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy what you see and hopefully I entertain you a little bit for who knows how long this video will go for this time. Who knows? If you are returning, thank you so much. You know that how much I appreciate you, and I love the comments and the questions, and I do try to get to everybody. So yes, thank you so much. So this is Flosstube number 22. It is June 7th, and I am gonna talk about like what I did this week. So last week I uploaded a Stitch Mania video on all the whips that I had started for Stitch Mania and what I had done on them and kind of my thoughts on Stitch Mania. Well, I uploaded that video on Sunday and that was the last day of the month, but it also was the last weekend of the samplers that I did or chose to do for Stitch Mania. And so I was able to work a little bit more on the sampler that I had for that weekend. So I guess I'm gonna do whips first and then I'll do finishes because clearly I'm really on top of things today. Anyway, so the pattern that I chose for the last weekend in May for Stitch Mania was out of this book here. I love this book. It was gifted to me by a very sweet Instagram friend who I appreciate so much. And it came out of this book called With Needle and Thread by Blackbird Designs. And it is Let Heaven and Nature Sing. It's a beautiful pattern. And this is, because I only had 3 colors, I have the rest of them, I just don't know where they are. But let's see, which way is it? I think it's this way. Yeah, I think it's this way. So I got a little bit more. I really should iron before I come on. It may or may not happen. What I should do, what I do, and what I think I do, all very different. But so this is what I got done. This is on a, what am I doing this on? A 16 count aida with the called for fancy flosses, which I love fancy floss. But yeah, so I sat down in my comfy chair and I stitched a little bit more. You see that a little bit close up. I think I had this much done when I showed it to you and I just continued on down. And that color Schneckly, I believe it is. And yeah, I love this. This is the piece that I coffee dyed because I felt that it was not aged enough. And so I just dunked it in some strong coffee that I took out of my Keurig and put it in a small container and let it just sit for like 3-4 hours. And then I rinsed it and then I hung it up to dry. I didn't bake it, I didn't anything. And it just gave it a little bit more of a more aged look. Yeah, it almost looks like parchment now. It was antique white before. So that is the end of my May whips for Stitch Mania. And so I will just continue working on those as I go. This week, I didn't get as much stitching done as I wanted to. I did get some finishes in, but with everything that was going on this week, my daughter's house, they got the house, they signed, money's being transferred, they now owe a boatload of money. It's the American way. And they're really excited. However, the sellers they, my daughter and her boyfriend, they decided to do a rent back to the people because they didn't have like a firm plan of what date they wanted to like move out of. And so my daughter and her boyfriend gave them kind of a rent back, which is the reason why they got the house. And they originally were going to get out at the end of, they were going to be out in June, and the house that they bid on fell through. And the inspection didn't pass, I guess, or to what they wanted. And so anyways, they are there for at least another 3 weeks. So in the meantime, we've been packing and finding paint colors and trying to get the little excited about it. And yeah, all that. So we've been doing that. And then also in the meantime, I've been trying to find a place for my son to rent in Oregon, which who knew it would be so hard? But on Monday, I will be going with him to meet an apartment person, and we will be viewing a few apartments out there and hopefully applying for some and getting one and getting him started because his school starts July 6th. So it's been busy. So anyways, the whole stitching, as much as I have wanted to, didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I have five whips that I worked on this week, and I'll talk about my finishes in a minute. Okay, so the other whip that I did was from Samplers Forever. Yeah, Samplers Forever, and it's called Let's Stay Home. It's a free chart from Claudia Ciceri, and it's beautiful. I just printed it out in black and white. It's part of the hashtag Be Well and Stitch movement that a bunch of designers put out some lovely charts for us to be able to stitch during our quarantine staycation. And so I did a little bit more from the last time I showed this to you. And so that's what I got done there. This is done on a 16 count, I think it's either antique white Aida, I don't remember, and then called for DMC colors. So that is what I got done there. Ooh, let's put my flosses away so I don't forget where those are, because I would cry. Okay, the other whip I worked on, and I have to apologize because I cannot find the Just Cross Stitch Halloween book magazine that this came from. It's in my house somewhere, but I'm in a little bit of chaos. Understandable. Can't wait. My craft room got moved back at least 3 weeks. It's okay. It's okay. I'd rather have my daughter home. But so I did a little bit more work, and this one is from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and it's called Haunted Birdhouse. And I did a lot more in the black, like all of this outline here, and then, or the border, and then down in the bottom, and some other pieces I did this week. And so I love working on that. And the colors, I mean, the colors, look at the colors. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. So I've been enjoying working on this. Neighbor kids are having fun outside. And then for Freebie Friday, so freebie, hashtag Freebie Stitches 2020, I found this really cute chart. I'm going to insert the picture here. So this chart is super cute, and it is from the Tiny Modernist, and it's just called Oh Canada, and that is what I've gotten done so far. This is just on a 14 count white Aida. That's all it was called for. And funny, so this was the package it was in. These are so old. These are back in the day when I, like in the early 90s, when I first started cross stitching. And I don't know where I got this from, but it was 84 cents. 84 cents for a 12 by 18, 14 count Aida. It was originally $1.87. It's really funny finding things that, you know, I've had in stash for so long. So that's what I got done on that one. Not much, not much. Okay, so seeing as I have a few finishes, I thought that a new start needed to happen. So last night I pulled out this chart, ink circles, and it's called Reflections of Canada. And I purchased this from my LNS probably in 2016. This is a 2015 pattern. And as soon as I saw it in her shop, I was like, yes, I need to buy that. It is very rare to find many Canadian patterns in the States. And so when I saw this, I was like, well, it's got to come home with me. What I love about, so if you look in here, it's got the CN Tower in Toronto. It's got the Parliament Building. It's got hockey sticks and beavers and totem poles. And I mean, there's the maple leaf. There's just so many icons in this chart. I love it. I just love it. And so like I said, I've had this since 2016. I originally was going to do it on red fabric with white floss. And then I said to myself, there's a lot of thread. There's going to be a lot of white. And to me, white, maybe it's just me, but when I'm working with a lot of white, it can start looking very grungy after a while. And I don't know if it's because my hands sweat too much or I don't know why. And so I thought, well, no. And because my original thought was to do it on white fabric with red floss or red thread. And that's what I chose to do. So I picked this Weeks Dye Works called Turkish Red. I love this red. And so I thought, well, let's do that. So I bought several skeins of that. And then last night I pulled out this 22 count Hardanger and started it. And that's what I got done. Now, I am not entirely certain that I love this on the 22. I'm struggling because it looks very large. And now I wanted the pattern. So the pattern looks, they did this on a, what did they do this on? A 32 count, which would be a 16 count Aida. And it's small, like, which is fantastic. In the 32 count Aida, it turns out to be like a 7.5 by 7.5. So this is going to be a bit bigger than that, but I wanted the icons to kind of really stand out a little bit more, but I think that maybe it being basically 11 count, it's a little too big. And so I think what I'm gonna do is like do one of the CN Towers and see how big that looks in the pattern and whether or not, if it looks weird, and if so, then I will be ripping all of this out and finding something else to use in the meantime, because I love the pattern. I want it definitely up on my wall. I see a very beautiful black frame with some red in it just to make the red kind of pop out. I see it in my head. I see it, but I'm struggling. So anyways, that is the start I did. We may see this in the future on something else. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so that is all I worked on this week. Now, for whips. But I have finishes. So I pulled out, are they all? I have 3 All Hallows April Sal finishes that were, I started a pattern a day in April for my birthday. And I got 3 of those done. So I'm pretty impressed with myself. I mean, they're all small. I don't know why it takes me so long, but I am not a fast stitcher. So I have 3 of those, and then I have an accidental finish, and you're gonna kind of laugh. So let's do the accidental finish first. So this pattern, which I did not cut the threads off the back, this pattern here is something that I did a long time ago. Like, I purchased this kit, I don't know, probably from Hobby Lobby, when it was like clearanced, and it's just one of those teeny tiny little kits that included the fabric, the floss, a needle, the chart, the whole deal, right? And I think I paid like $1 for it or something silly, and I went great guns on this thing. And then there was some back stitching and the face that just needed to be done in my little gobble gobble turkey. And I don't know why, but he sat in a bag and I just never finished it. So as I was going through some of my bags, my project bags, I started getting rid of some patterns I'm never going to do. And so I went through and found this one, and I was like, good, like, it's like, there was so few things to do on it, and I was like, just get her done. So it became an accidental finish as I was in a meeting one day, and I just went, okay, let's finish it. But I got those French knots. Do you see my French knots? Yes. I was pretty impressed with my French knots. Now, I did not do this pattern correctly. The feathers are supposed to be squished together, and for some reason, mine have some spaces in, like you see the spaces here and in here. They're actually supposed to be squished together, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to make this into probably a little pillow. It came with one of those plastic frames, you know, the circular plastic frame. And so it's a finish though. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Then I finished 2 Prairie Schoolers, and they are off of these little cards. So there's this guy here, and these are small, you guys, small. So that is a finish, including back stitching and everything. And I counted wrong somewhere. I don't know where. I have no idea where, but this moon or pumpkin is not supposed to be down as far. There's one more row. I don't know where it went wrong though, because everything else is counted correctly. I don't know what I did, but it's a finish. And I have a Halloween tree, and I want to get these FFO'd into ornaments for my Halloween tree. Hopefully we'll see that by Halloween. We'll see. The second one I did was this one here. I love that moon. That moon cracks me up. And so I got that one done too. And I am in love with these. These were done on a 16 count, I think it was 16 count, Fiddler's light oatmeal, Aida, I believe it was. And so, yeah, they're really easy to stitch on. I probably have enough space to do another little one, which I have more, so maybe in the future. And then the other one I got done was, oh, I didn't write this down. I think that this is Fairy Wool in the Woods is the designer. I'll have it linked down below. But it's Home Sweet Haunted Home. And I got that done too. And this is out of Just Cross Stitch Magazine, Halloween edition. And this was done kind of in a round, like a tart, you know, pan or something. And so that is my mission, is when things open up here, we're in modified phase 1 in our county, which means really we're 1.5. We didn't quite make it to 2. And so stores will be opening at 15% capacity. And they're recommending like a half hour of shopping time. I'm like, I spent half an hour just in the flosses. This could be a problem, but anyways, it's masks, the whole deal. The whole deal, but hey, we are now at least able to do some retail shopping. They're still advocating for curbside pickup, which I completely understand. It's all good. Okay, so let's get into haul, because I have a bit of haul. Of course I do. Okay, so I got some Stitch of Kindness. I received a lovely card, and the flosses that I was missing from All Joys for Thine. And so they came. I'm super excited, and they're going with my pattern right away. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. The note was lovely, and so grateful for this community that is so very generous. Then my Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month came, and this one is called Swiss Coffee. I do the 16 count Aida fabric of the month, and let's see, this is a perfect sampler fabric, and I have the perfect sampler for it, so watch for that in the future. Maybe. I have so many webs. Okay, and then I did an order with Fat Quarter Shop, and because Blackbird Designs re-released these. I am so sorry, I meant to get these out of the package. They re-released the Loose Feathers Summer, Autumn, and Winter books. And so I, of course, had to have them because I have seen people who have put them all on one piece of fabric and they are gorgeous. I've also seen people just put them on, you know, do them separately, and they don't do the alphabet. But if you put them all together, yeah, if you put them all together, so this one is summer, this one is autumn, and then this one is winter. And they are beautiful. So on the back, they show you the whole, all three patterns together. I don't know why there's not a spring. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a reason, but anyway, they're gorgeous. I was so happy to find out that they re-released them. So when Fat Quarter Shop had them in stock, I was like, well, I have to do an order, so I might as well. I also, the reason why I actually went on Fat Quarter Shop was to get this pattern. It is Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread, and it's Project Quarantine, Stay Home and Stitch. And I'm sure that you guys have seen this all over the place. It has been all over Instagram and Facebook, and I just love, it's just so pretty. I mean, there's tomatoes in there, and there's tomatoes and the house motif. It's gorgeous. And so that was cool. And then as I was lurking the site, I found this Bent Creek Gertie Gobble kit, and it was uberly reasonably priced. So it comes with the flosses and the pattern and the fabric. I think the fabric is let's see, I don't remember, but it is it's a linen. And so, oh yeah, here it is. It's a 25 count linen. I really want to do this, so I'm gonna attempt to use linen. And everybody makes fun of me because they're like, 8-year-olds use linens. I'm like, okay. The pressure. And then I bought some more 28 count even weave Lugana, because why not? I have quite a bit in my stash, and at some point I really want to get samplers started on these. And coffee tea dye these. These are antique white, because they didn't have any coffee dyed ones, and so it is what it is. I hear though that some people are struggling with coffee tea dyeing on the antique white, that it doesn't look the same as the coffee tea dyed when you buy it in the Monaco, which of course I'm guessing it wouldn't. So I don't know. Anyway, and then I went on to Stash Unloading Facebook group page, and had purchased quite a few things off of different sellers. And there was a lady who was posting these really super cute project bags, quilted project bags. They are little, but she advertised them that they would fit a 6x6 Q-snap. So I thought, well, these are perfect for the smaller, you know, projects that I do, like these little teeny tiny things that, you know, I just put all my floss ring, my fabric and the pattern and a pair of scissors in, and then can grab and go. And so these are perfect for that. So I bought 3. She had this one here, cute, this one here, and then this one. And then she had these little smaller ones even. And again, for something this small is perfect because I stitched this size in hand and don't need a Q-snap or a hoop for. And so this I also thought was a really good size, or it could be for notions or whatever to tuck into one of your bags. So she was super reasonable. I think that I don't remember how much they were. They were not a whole lot anyways. And so, and very well made, very cute, like them. And then belong to the GaRon Tottenbags of the Month Club, and June's came out, and you guys, look at this beautifulness. Now, somebody said that this is Tula Pink fabric. I am not a fabric, like I go into the store and I see what I like and I pick it up. But Tula Pink apparently is like really, really awesome. I do have some things like from Christine Stitch All the Things, some of her bags that she's done in Tula Pink, but I wouldn't have the first clue when somebody says, oh, it's a Tula Pink fabric. I don't know. I just know it's beautiful. And so well made. And the inside fabric is beautiful. And I also do the grime guard of the month, so it matches in an 8x8, I think I do. So beautiful bag, padded. If there's a wait list. And so if you have the opportunity and can wait, get on that wait list. Well worth it. Plus they have sales every once in a while. And I was in their sale last weekend and I bought a boatload. You have to be fast, you guys. Fast. Fingers fast. To buy some bags in there. And so I have quite a few bags that are coming that will be for surprises later. Okay, and then I was watching Teresa Kogut, and she was doing a video on some limited supplies that she had in her Etsy shop. And anytime you say the words special, limited supplies, out of print, anything that indicates that there may not be any more, I am your girl. I am gonna go. I am getting it. And so I went into her Etsy shop, and because she had shown this on her Flosstube, and it's a punch needle kit called All Hallows Eve. And I mean, look at him. Yeah, super cute. And the intent is that I want to punch needle. I have a couple of kits, I have a couple of patterns, I have a couple of charts. And so fully intend on doing that. And then she also has on her site some prints. And when I saw this one, I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty. And that's going in my new craft room whenever I get there. And so I'm super excited about this. This is really pretty. Came super fast. Teresa hopefully touched these things. Yes, I'm a nutball. And then my, I belong to a subscription box from, oh my goodness, who are they? They call it's called Historical Sampler Company, but that's not who they are. Just a second. Cotton and Twine. Yes, Cotton and Twine. So the box came. I opened it up. I just wrecked it, but it comes all beautifully packaged like this, and then you open it all up. I'm gonna pause here, unwrinkle so that you guys don't have to listen to all the crinkling, and then show you the contents of the box. So just hang on. Okay, everything comes beautifully wrapped inside the box, and you get everything that you need in order to get this chart done. So you receive a chart, and this one is the April 2020 design. And then you get a bag that looks like this, and inside the bag you receive the fabric and the floss, and then you receive a canvas to put your pattern on, and then the background fabric for that pattern. And interestingly enough, this fabric is used in a couple of other patterns, so they can all go together, which is lovely. And then in order to get the pattern and the fabric on, you get this red double-sided tape. This stuff is awesome. Anytime you can find the red tape, get it. This stuff is sticky. I used to be a stamper and card maker back in the day, and this stuff, I'll tell you, is by far the best. And then you get a couple of like little freebie, or not freebie, but you get a couple of little extras in your membership. And this one is a Trimmets embroidery floss holder, and it's a sheep. How cute is that? So cute. And then, you know, having little treats is always a lovely, lovely thing. And so there was a little tea that is peppermint infusion, and then some yummy marshmallow and chocolate. And okay, I have a thing for Peeps, but more than that, I love chocolate covered marshmallows, like the peppermint marshmallows. Oh, to die for. And so I'm always excited when I see little marshmallows come in my kit, and I eat those almost immediately. So that was kind of the haul. Now, I also, part of the haul, Etsy patterns and sellers are awesome. And I love going on Etsy to see what new designer has come up, or what a designer that I specifically like has new charts. And so Subrosa is one that I follow, and she released this one just recently, I think, and it's called Happiness Blooms. And so I purchased that and downloaded it. Super cute. And the charts are, you know, the PDF charts, they're easy to read. I don't have a problem. She does hers in color, and I think black and white. You can choose either or. And of course it depends on your printer too, right? Like if you don't have a color printer, it's going to come out in black and white. But really well printed, nice, easily read charts. Not a lot of money for a PDF. Really great. And then I was cruising, and this came up as a suggested, you know, because of some of the other designers or Etsy shops that I follow. And this one came up, and it's called Stitches Through the Years. I had not heard of this designer before. And so I went through, and she has beautiful patterns, absolutely beautiful. Now I think she's from Russia, maybe, and her name is Lana Lenskaya. And so I purchased a few of her patterns. This one here, which is called A House Is. I love that. And it says, a house is made of wood and stone, but only love can make it a home. And so I was like, I like this. And there you go. Super cute. So I bought that one. And then this one here, Magic of Winter. Also very pretty. And then this one here, this is a sampler and it's called Always Flowers. And I was like, oh, wow. And you know what? I think on that color and cotton piece that I got, this is gonna look beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I purchased those. Okay, I think that that's it for whips, finishes, haul. I have, let me unlock my, sorry, un momento. Oh, goodness. Don't know my own password. What is happening here? There we go. Okay. So yeah, stash unload, subbox. Yep. Okay, I think I did that all. So shout out. I was so busy watching Poldark this week. I finished all 5 seasons from the last time I said, I think I was in season 2. I finished them all. I stayed up way too late. Way too late. Or way too early, I guess, because it's always in mid-morning, but I finished all 5 seasons. And let me tell you, if you have not watched Poldark and you're looking for a series to watch, it was a really good one. I was highly impressed. Plus Aidan Turner, the lead actor, he's cute. I mean, who wouldn't want to look at him? And Aunt Agatha and how she rolls her R's. I loved her. I loved her when she did Warlagan, and she just the way she like drew it all out and everything, and Poldark and drew it all out. I was like, I like you. And so anyways, I finished all that. Well, interestingly enough, okay, so I was a little depressed because I'm like, oh, I finished all 5 seasons and now I can't see Aidan anymore. So I'm cruising Amazon Prime. Poldark is on Amazon Prime. I'm cruising and I see his face again on the screen, and I'm like, but I just finished watching Poldark, what's happening? And he looks a little different. And so he is in another series called Desperate Romantics, and it's anyways, go check it out. He's super cute, and it's an artist back in the day, and it's just really funny. It's very fast paced, and I've been enjoying that. So I'm still getting a little dose of Aidan, but that meant that I have not watched as much Flosstube as I should have been, because I watched all 5 seasons in like a week of Poldark. It's a lot of hours. But I did manage to find a new Flosstuber, and I enjoyed her. Her Flosstube name is Needle Love Studio. It will all be linked below eventually. And her name is Melissa. She only has 2 videos up right now. I think her first one she put up in April. And besides her beautiful smile, she's got a really nice personality. She's also on Instagram, but not under the name Needle Love Studio. She's got a different name. But if you go to her video, it's all linked there and you can see. Again, her name's Melissa. Her projects are beautiful. Her patterns, what she's currently got going in whips and stuff, beautiful stitching, beautiful. And besides her smile, which is gorgeous, she's got a lot of personality. What was I gonna say? Oh, she is a descendant of people from the Mayflower, and her great-great-grandmother, when she was either 8 or 9, stitched a sampler, and it is in some historical museum or something, and it's really cool, and they gave her permission to rechart it for her purpose, and so like how wonderful to have such a just a beautiful piece of history, you know, within your family. And so I am looking forward to when she actually does that. I'm very interested to see what she does. So that was the new floss tuber that I found. And then let's do giveaways. Okay, so I have not heard from a few viewers that won these patterns or books or charts. And so Kim Crisp, you had won the bookmarks book. If you will get a hold of me, my information is down below. My email is the best way to get a hold of me. If I don't respond to your email, chances are I have not seen it, so just do it again, or ping me on Instagram, and I will get this mailed out to you. If I don't hear from Kim or any of these ladies in the next by the next video, I'm just going to put them up again and put them out again. Okay, Cynthia Fuller, you had won the Waxing Moon Designs pumpkin. So Cynthia Fuller. And Crystal Cross Stitcher, you had won this Glendon Place A Ghostly Gathering. And so if you ladies would get a hold of me via email, then I will get these out. And if, again, I haven't heard back in 2 weeks by my next video, they'll go up again. So my last video I had, or my last regular video, I had put these cute little kits up. And so the winners of these kits are, the Seagull is Aubrey H. Aubrey Holt, right? You won the Seagulls. Congratulations. Verpy R. You won the Camper. Super cute. And then Amy Sisho, sorry. You won the Flamingo. So if you would get a hold of me via email, I will get these out. I have mailed everything, actually yesterday, because this whole staying at home thing, really hard, putting on clothes and going out in public. Though tomorrow when I go to Oregon with my son to look at apartments, I'm actually going to put on real clothes, because I've been living in yoga pants and jammies for months. Yep, that's what I've been doing. Okay, and so then because I have had 2 finishes, I thought I would pass my stash. I'm not going to do them again, and I don't want them to go to our Goodwill, even though I know that sometimes cross-stitchers come across these and they're super excited. I'm hoping to pass them to somebody that I knowingly will adore these and not just go up and be sold for a lot of money, because whatever. But so I'm going to give away the Prairie Schooler little pattern. They're tiny, you guys, they're tiny. And they call for like 2 to 3 floss colors. Super easy. So let's say bird for this one here. If you are interested, it'll just go in a small little envelope and should wing its way to you quickly, because I do actually have stamps versus having to go into the post office. And then this one here, and let's just say house for this one. And that's what I have for this week. So thank you so much. Ooh, you guys, I made it to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So I am going to do 1,000 subscriber giveaway in my next video. And I'm super excited about it, because it may involve some Blackbird. It may involve some floss. It may involve a bag, a project bag. I'm pretty excited about it. So you'll have to stay tuned to find out what's going on in there. But As always, the giveaways, please don't say giveaway. Please be 18. Please be a subscriber. Please, is that it? Yeah, don't mention giveaway. Be a subscriber. Be 18. Yeah, love cross stitch. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed and hope that you come back. Kindness matters. Let's be kind to everybody. Check in on your strong friends. They might need it. And just to have a great couple of stitchy weeks until we meet again. Bye-bye.